Hello guys, this is a review of the movie Giant Little Ones. The movie is about Franky right here and Ballas. So Franky and Ballas have been best friends since they were little kids. Now they're in high school and they are the stars of the swimming team. They have girlfriends, or I think Ballas may. No, well, that's besides the point. They have everything going on for them, everything. They're popular, they're respected, they have no big apparent problems in their lives. Until the night of Franky's 17th birthday, when Ballas gives him a BJ and then tells his girlfriend and other people in school that Franky was the one who went down on him while he was sleeping. That wreaks havoc. People go nuts. They actually had this problem in the swimming team where this guy who's gay was out, and some of the guys did not want to change in the same locker room as him because he's gay, and like they were like and before I get into the rest of the plot and my opinion about it, let me tell you my opinion about this in particular. Like, okay, I could understand you feeling uncomfortable because, for example, if you're a hetero man, you would kind of feel a little bit off if there were girls like just watching you, because you're like, well, you know, like they're gonna see me in like a sexual way, and like I'm just like here, you know, to do my thing, like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you don't, but I do understand that. However, well, first I have to tell you what the coach did. So the coach had the greatest idea to divide them. Be like, okay, if you're not comfortable with changing with the homosexual, then you go at this time, and then the homosexual and the other people that are comfortable with him go at this time. Yeah, not a very good idea. So I think that you could speak your way through this. Like, you could be like, hey, you know, this is who I am, but like, don't like think that I'm gonna like disrespect you or anything like that. We're teammates and we're here to win, and that's all I'm thinking about. And like, don't worry about me, I'm not worried about you. Good? All right. Okay, let's keep going. That's what I would have done. But then again, it's very difficult because you know how in high school, like, people have like sometimes very like immature mentalities and like bully mentality or whatever. So that happens, and now they want Franky to change with the homosexuals because they think that he's gay. So he kind of gets into a fight, blah, 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 blah. And in between all of this, he reconnects with Natasha. Natasha's Ballas' sister. And he tells her, no, she goes over to him and she tells him, hey, you know what? Because he's eating lunch in class by himself because people are like mistreating him and judging him and etc. Remember when we were little kids and like we went to and like ate all of those strawberries, and in the end he was like, oh, I have nothing to do with it, Ballas. Like, it wasn't me, even though he had like strawberry all over his mouth. Or the time that you guys did this and he was like, I wasn't even there, like it was all like Franky. And then they found like the lighter and blah blah blah, like, you know, stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, well, now he's saying that you went down on him, and I think I know what happened. So after this, they reconnect with each other. They start going out. They have a good time. They have like sexual encounters. They're, you know, just getting along perfectly. And Natasha confesses that the reason why she kind of separated from him was because they were supposed to meet at this party, right? And he didn't go there. She ended up getting what does it call it? Roofied? Like, they gave her drugs and they raped her and left her in a closet. And the reason Franky explained that he didn't go was because he didn't want Ballas to feel left out. And then that happened, and she had to go to like rehabilitation and stuff like that, or like not rehabilitation, but like psychological treatment. So everybody kind of sees her as like the weird girl, the whore. They like write a whole bunch of offensive things on her lockers. You could imagine the weight it has on a person when the person that you love and that you trust doesn't go where they said that they were gonna go meet up with you, and you end up getting raped, and like, that's crazy. But they do reconnect over this because she knows what he's going through as like the supposed outsider and this and that. She knows that it's not true what happened. Franky's dad happens to be in a relationship with another man, and that's something that he really doesn't accept. He cannot get over it. He's always complaining about it and doesn't want to see him. There are a lot of like problems going with like different characters. One time they were supposed to play Scrabble or I don't know. They were supposed to like hang out at Franky's house, him and Natasha, and Ballas and the bully meet up with them outside of the like this kind of like liquor store. And they like start messing with him, and Ballas beats him up. He's like, what the hell's your problem? Like, dude, like, just speak up. Say whatever you have. Like, what's your problem? So he beats him up, and the bully tries to stop him, and he even punches the bully away. He's like, you know what? Forget you, man. So then Franky ends up with like bruises and scars, and he shaves his head and just turns into a completely different person. He has this very emotional conversation with his father where his dad tells him, be yourself. Because he's like, I don't want the same thing to happen to me with Natasha that happened to you and like your now husband. Because like, I don't want to trick her. I don't want it to be a mistake. And he tells him, it was never a mistake. Nothing was a mistake. Your mom wasn't a mistake, and you certainly weren't a mistake. If that wouldn't have happened, then we wouldn't have you. Don't focus on like, what am I gonna feel in years? What am I gonna feel? Whatever. Focus on now. If you like it, you like it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And then later, we'll see later. Which was pretty, in a way, very good advice. The movie ends with him and Natasha just being happily ever after, and Ballas has to suck it up. And his girlfriend starts to notice that he's into Franky because of the way that he looks at him and his concern for him. So, my opinion on the film. I would say like, I was like, should I keep the movie? Should I not keep the movie? And now I'm thinking that I am going to keep the movie because I wasn't sure if it was that good. The reason behind that belief of mine is because the film just feels so unrealistic. The changes in character that Ballas goes through is not of someone of sane mind. You know? Or how do you say it? Of sound mind. I don't know how you say it. My bad. For example, he grew up with him, right? They know each other. They have this trust. And trust me, who better to know how hard it is than me? I know. But at the same time, if you love your friend so much, if you love him that much that you're gonna go like down on him without him knowing, out of nowhere, then I would imagine you had the guts and the testicles to tell him how you feel, or to like tell him about you, who you are. But he doesn't. He just freaks. And okay, I get that. Okay, I'll look past that because, you know, not everybody's ready to tell other people even though you just did something with them. Okay, I'll let that go. But then he's like, at first he's normal. He's like, hey dude, just let it go. Just let it go. Like when his girlfriend goes up to him, he's like, oh, I know why you didn't want to have sex with me. Yeah. And that's good. But then he like lets him get beat up, and then he beats him up himself, and he's like, where's my effing bike, and where's this and where's that? And I'm just thinking, what happened to you, Ballas? What happened to you? Like literally you went from here to here. Like he just drifted away. His personality was not consistent. It wasn't true to who he was and who he has been for 17 years. People don't just do that. Like, what's going on in your head? Like, I didn't feel like that's what the character would have done. I also thought that they could have maybe gotten a different actor. Okay, I do not disrespect people. This guy is an actor. He's a good actor. He did his job. I'm not saying that he's bad at all. But maybe it was just a bad casting choice because his, like I said, just the things that he did, I just didn't feel that were the character. Like, I write stories as well, and I have pictures in my head of who the people are and how they are, and I don't know, Ballas just seemed, or maybe that was a writing mistake, and like no disrespect to the writer either. Like I know, like I'm like, ugh. Like I don't want I think you get my point. If not, like just leave a comment and ask me what I meant, and I'll clarify. I'll specify on everything. But yeah, that was my main issue with the movie. But then when Natasha comes in, I remember thinking, this is really gonna spice things up. Natasha is a phenomenal actress. Natasha took this film to a whole different level. Even though I was expecting something between these guys, that's why I bought the film. When Natasha came in, I was relieved. I was like, so it's real. So this girl has been through a lot of things, but she still has that feminine aura to her. Where, and I know it, I don't want to be like, oh, gender this and gender that, but I feel like girls do have this thing, like they'll hold you in a special place in their heart, and no matter how much pain they go through, like a mother, you know, you could always go back and they'll just receive you open arms. And that, she had that quality to her. She had been through that abuse, but still had love for Franky, and that openness to heal him and help him go through what he was going through. A very funny thing that I forgot to mention is that Franky has this lesbian friend that is a like comedic relief throughout the whole film. She's always like, hey yo, like, it's very like stereotypical, but very, I feel like it was real. Like the girl did a very good job. Like the girls in this movie, like they honestly, they saved it. They really did save it, because I was also wondering if Franky was the best choice. Again, Franky's a good actor. It's just, I don't know, they didn't feel much chemistry, and the way that things played out was just crazy. So that's my take on the film. Everyone else, like, well, everyone here did a good job. I don't have anything bad to say specifically, but maybe it would have benefited from, well, whatever. What it is, it's okay. And the movie really took a turn with Natasha, a good turn in my opinion. I think it has a few messages. One of the most memorable scenes for me was when so Ballas gives him a flare gun for his birthday, and Franky and him will shoot him into the sky, whatever. And when he returns his bike, well, it's a long story, but it's besides the point. Ballas is swimming in the pool, and Franky's riding his bike, and he shoots a flare gun up into the, not the flare gun itself, but you know, the light, and he could see it from his house. And that's a very beautiful, beautiful scene, and Natasha also sees it. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. It was, excuse me, now like watching it like 2 times, I think I'm gonna keep it for sure, but I'm gonna give it a rating of 7, and I'm being very generous. 7 out of 10. So it's not bad. It's nowhere near like bleh, like whatever. It's better than that, but it's also not like at the top, not with like in comparison to other films, or even like by itself. But it's okay. Like 7 out of 10 is, it's good. And that's it for this one. Thank you for watching.